Hey, and welcome to the Roguetrader Zigdao Bitcoin Options Fund Daily Summary video. That's a big mouthful to say. Say that 5 times fast. March 5th. Interesting day last night. Bitcoin went up to previous highs, that area. I had a bit of a pullback by the time I woke up in the morning. In Europe, I woke up in the morning. It had wicked down below 66. It was just a fast little wick. Since then, we've climbed back up to, we're currently about 67 and a half, almost up to 68 again, as it's playing around. Now, I don't know, traditionally, when assets hit previous highs, their volatility doesn't just calm down and they go flat. They tend to, it's like sticking a stick into a bee's nest, right? Although, that being said, since it's had quite the run up over the last few days from 62,000 or so, it wouldn't surprise me if we did hold a bit of a range for a little while. A little while could be a day or two, or maybe even the entire week. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the vols come in. And by that I mean the vols, the implied volatility, reduce somewhat. And for option sellers, that's always nice, assuming you've sold some options. So let's take a quick look at the chart here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the account and just a brief little overview of some of the things we did this morning in the account, which wasn't a lot. So, look, Bitcoin, crazy, right? Went up to right around here, which was basically 69,000, just shy of 69,000. And we had this big pullback, and we're kind of holding here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of went sideways for a little while, day 2, 3. If we held some kind of a range like that, I wouldn't be surprised. At the same time, you know what? It's a raging bull. There's a raging bull, right? It could be breaking territory. Bam, we could be up at 72, 75 before we know it, just as like. So again, we're always being a little bit careful when we're selling calls. We're doing it with spreads. We're selling it when IV is high, when the implied volatility is high, and when it's already made a pretty big move. Let some of that steam come off, then jump in. Other than that, we're selling a lot of put spreads. We're buying risk reversals. We're doing things to relatively stay long the market and to accumulate more Bitcoin. So let me just quickly bring to the trading screen here, and we'll see. You know what? This morning, everything's cooking along. We've got a lot of intrinsic value cooking on the books here, 0.1719 of a Bitcoin. So it's our job to try and realize that. If we can realize about 80% of that, I'll be pretty happy. So we'll have doubled our account. Most of that's coming off the 8th and quite a bit on the 29th. So we'll see what happens before then. We're going to look for opportunities to bring risk forward. Right now, margin's a little high for doing that, so we're not going to do that right now. But today we did some stuff. We took this opportunity, this pullback. I think we had some 69,000 short calls. We strangled this out. We sold some 70s. We sold some 64,500 puts for a nice credit. We felt pretty comfortable with that. We don't think it's going to dive below 64. Could be wrong. If it is, we'll manage it. And we felt we had a good chance of sticking around in this range for the rest of the week. Although, the pain trade, the likelihood is probably still to the upside. We might have to manage these short calls at 70,000. You can see there was already one there. We added to it. So that's about it. We'll take a look here very quickly look at volatility, because this is important. We see that this is the daily IV index. Let's take an average of the previous 30 days. Had this big run up to almost 80 IV, 80%, and we pulled back a little bit. When we're a little more granular here, we look at on an hourly chart. Big pullback, and that's kind of a pattern that we see with IV, because high IV can't be sustained. Every time we get these huge moves up, boom, it comes down. Huge moves up, boom, it can't. Nobody can keep selling IV for extended periods of time. You're not going to see, IV at 120 for 2 or 3 weeks or a month or something. You'll see it for a few hours, a few days, maybe a week, floating around, but not longer. You can't maintain that level of IV normally. So would we be not surprised to have it pull back into the 60s somewhere? Wouldn't surprise me at least. That being said, we are on the bull train, so perhaps we'll just keep moving up and up and up. If so, we'll just manage it. But we're pretty happy with things. We are, overall long delta. Come on. It's slow here. Where's our positions? You can see where our net delta point was at 0.07, 0.08 in our regular delta. I'll call them the regular deltas. Minus 0.03. Now that was positive this morning, so I'll have to go and take a look at the account and see what put a slightly negative delta there. But our net delta is pointing upwards, and that's great. We keep pushing up. 51.70 present value. But we've got a lot of intrinsic going on the books that we're going to try and bring forward. Okay, bit of a long-winded daily summary today. That's all we've got for today, and let's see what the U.S. Open brings.
Hey, and thanks for watching our daily summary video. For those of you who want to learn more, I would invite you to come and watch the full videos. These full videos are where Richard and I sit down every day, sometimes multiple times per day. We discuss the market, the metrics, our account, everything you can possibly imagine, and we execute the trades in real time. You get to see it all. Where else could you see professional fund traders do this in an account specifically set up for you, the viewer, to learn all the tips and tactics we've learned over the last 50 years combined? Now, this is for silver members and above. If you go to Roguetrader.academy, silver members and above get access to this live stream every day, as well as the recordings. On top of that, there's a weekly Ask Me Anything call. And as the name implies, you can ask us anything. Plus, you get access to all of our courses. We put out a new course every 3 or 4 months approximately. Plus, you get access to our interactive live alerts Telegram channel. And this is a Telegram channel where we're putting our trades in real time as we make them, but it's interactive. That's what makes it different. So you can ask us questions. We will chat back and forth during the day with all of our members. It's super, super incredible value. So do yourself a favor. Head over to Roguetrader.academy, join up, and we'll see you soon.